Good day, Ma'am Mercy R. Rapunel, registered criminologist. By the way, I'm Richard Magallanes from Talisayan, Misamis Oriental. My report is on page 72 to page 74. So let's start. Today, I report the factors to be considered by the court, by the Board of Pardon and Parole in recommending pardon to the President. So, enacting on petition for pardon, the PPP shall consider, among others, the following. So there are four. First, age of the petitioner. Second, the gravity of the offense. Third, the manner in which it was committed. And last, the institutional behavior or conduct and previous criminal record, if any, of the petitioner. So, however, the BPP may consider a petitioner for absolute pardon even before the lapse of the periods provided by the guidelines. So, extraordinary circumstances. The board shall recommend to the President the grant of executive clemency when any of the following. So, letter A, the trial court or appellate court is its decision recommend the grant of executive clemency for the inmate. So B, under the peculiar circumstances of the case, the penalty imposed is too harsh compared to the crime committed. So letter C, evidence which the court failed to consider before conviction which would have justified an acquittal of the accused. D. Inmates who were covered 15 years but under 18 years of age at the time of the commission of the offense. So letter E. Inmates who are 70 years old and above whose continued imprisonment is inimical to their health as recommended by a physician of the Bureau of Correction Hospital and contiled certified under oath by the physician designate by the Department of Health. Letter F. Inmates who suffer from serious contagious or life-threatening illness, disease, or with severe physical disability, such as those who are totally blind, paralyzed, bedridden, etc., as recommended by the physician of the Bureau of Correction Hospital and certified under oath by physician designated by the Department of Health. So letter G, alien inmates where diplomatic consideration and unity among nations necessitate review. And the last, such other similar or analogous circumstances whenever the interest of justice will be served thereby. So, other circumstances when none of the extraordinary circumstances enumerated, the section 3 exists the board. So for communication of sentence, the least one-third of the definite aggregate prison terms. Letter B, at least one half of the minimum of the indeterminate prison term or aggregate minimum of the interminate prison terms. Letter C, at least 10 years for inmates sentenced to one reclusion perpetua or one life imprisonment. Letter D, at least 13 years for inmates whose indeterminate and or definite prison terms were adjusted. Letter E, at least 15 years for inmates convicted of heinous crimes. Letter F, at least 18 years for inmates convicted and sentenced to reclusion perpetua or life imprisonment. Letter G, at least 20 years for inmates sentenced or to years or 2 or more reclusion perpetua or life imprisonment. Letter H. At least 25 years for inmates originally sentenced penalty but which was automatically reduced or committed reclusion perpetua. So for conditional pardon, an inmate should have served at least one half of the maximum of the original interminate and definite prison term. So notice to the party, in all cases when an inmate is being considered for executive clemency, the board shall notify the offended party, or in the event that the offended party is unavailable for comment or otherwise cannot be located, the immediate relatives of the offended party. So executive clemency may be granted to an inmate